Hi, all. Welcome to ZealZaddy. I'm Zeal. My pronouns are he, him, and this is PaperBag, the role-playing game show. The players tonight are playing for a $50 gift card to the Monte Game Store and a $30 gift card to Only Crits Dice. All participants receive a product from one of our sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, let me go through who sponsors this amazing game. We're proud to have Monte Games as one of our sponsors, the legendary creators of Numenera and Invisible Sun, Cypher. We roll only crits on paper bag because only crits will do. Alligator Alley Entertainment, who creates games as broad as Esper Genesis and Tales and Tomes from the Forgotten Library, and now Fantasy Star with Gonza Gaming, the makers of Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, Underground Oracle Publishing, who create Harrow the Blighted Plain, and just a slew of content for Cypher, and now Daggerheart and Black Flag, and then Cypher Unlimited. They have 6,000 Cypher fans. If you're not a member of the community and you love Cypher stuff, what are you doing? Go over the rules real quick so everyone kind of gets an idea of what PaperBag is. So each GM runs one scene with each player and guides them to their highest, best performance. They get a random genre, and then the GM and player are sent the scene prompts. They have 4 minutes to read it and prepare with no assistance from us or from you. Once they're ready, they role play through the scene, which they have 10 minutes to do. And then you and the GMs give the player a 1 to 5-star rating for their performance. At the end of the night, whoever has the highest score gets the big prize.
Welcome. We want to take a moment to share who we are, what we do, and why your support truly matters. Diversity Saves is a 501c3 nonprofit created by BIPOC, LGBTQIA, neurodivergent, and disabled individuals in the tabletop role-playing game space. We came together because we saw a gap, not just in who gets represented in the stories we play, but in who gets the opportunity to create them. We believe that representation is not a luxury, it's the heart of the storytelling and community. Too often, marginalized voices are overlooked, underfunded, and pushed to the edges of the TTRPG industry. Too many creators and fans from marginalized communities have been told, directly or indirectly, that their stories don't belong, and that their voices are too niche, that their perspectives are optional, and we want to change that. Our mission is simple: uplift marginalized communities in the tabletop role-playing space by providing resources, visibility, and financial support. If you value a TTRPG community where everyone gets a seat at the table and marginalized voices get heard, please consider supporting our work in whatever way you can.
All right, I think that we're ready now. Our opening team is going to be Alex and Chenoa. Well,
Close enough.
let's spin the dice of destiny, brought to you by
do
Only
it.
Crits Dice.
Huh.
All right.
Sneaking over from retro sci-fi into horror territory.
I'm here for
All
it.
right. Well, you will both be given 4 minutes with your scene prompts.
Mm-hmm.
The content warnings for this are bugs, major medical, and science medical.
Okay.
And it is inspired by The Fly.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
You don't know that? It's an amazing movie
ew.
that somehow hasn't been remade recently, I don't think.
You can't beat Jeff Goldblum's original performance.
That's probably why it has been remade.
But
all right, let's get them into the cone of silence. And while that's happening, I'm going to talk to Mads. So, Mads, this is your second time here, once as a GM. What have you been doing since then?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, basically have been finishing up my 2 between series, running my play tests on my original mastermind that I was writing for it. Both of them, oh gosh, such a great success, at least to me, because I got some great feedback from both my tables for it. And yeah, it was actually very sad because they were, I think, the longest uh, series that I've run on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and it was just kind of like emotional, but yet also exciting to be able to like not only like run something that I've written, but also to be able to like really draw out like the characters for the players and like give them a story, give them stories that they can be really proud of. I think, yeah, and then just real life stuff has been kind of been preventing a lot of scheduling so far. So I've been stepping back just a tiny bit. But yeah, just finished up a finale of a playtest of Good Society's second edition. And hopefully I'll be able to post those episodes fairly soon. And yeah, I'll be working on like just doing some mini series coming up pretty soon. One for In Dreaming Avalon, which is a uh, Firebrands type game written by the Bakers, as well as Midnight of the Century, which is kind of like the vibes are like Millennium and like, the kind of like 90s noir kind of detective
Awesome.
murder mystery shows and such. So I've played Midnight of the Century before, and it turned out badly, but it was also excellent. No, 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 no. I mean, it turned out badly in that our characters died, but it was actually inevitable that they did because it was, like, so exciting with just the very simple mechanics, but the stories were incredible. Like, our characters, like, just working really well together. Mine was the occultist, and then the other one was a profiler, and it was just like, us trying to get to the murderer, finding the murderer, but then like it had like a lot of supernatural like occult things running through it. And yeah, we got caught out by bad dice rolls as
Did
usual. And yeah, we were able to give like our own spin on the epilogues of what happened after we died, and how the murderer kind of got away with stuff. And yeah, I mean, this new series will be hopefully us going through some of the other mysteries that are in the game, and like hopefully have more successful characters when we go
did
through them.
did
So
your characters figure out the mystery before you died, or
yes, we figured out who the murderer was, and that was also due to like my cultist being able to talk to dead people. But yeah, I mean, it again, through bad dice rolls, I mean, the murderer just managed to catch both of us, and it just like character-wise ended badly, but again, because of the way the narrative was working, that actually made sense and really turned out like our own little 90s tragic movie kind of thing, kind of ending. So
nice?
yeah, it was a really fun experience. So I'll be thinking
Before we
about that for a
forget,
bit.
where can everyone find you?
Yes, you can find me on YouTube for definite sure under my YouTube channel, Madeline Colley. I'm also on Blue Sky, Discord, as well as Itch under Madeline Colley as well. So yeah, I mean, like I'm Madeline Colley everywhere pretty much. But yeah, I mean, like please come check out my stuff on the YouTube channel. I've got various amounts of games that I run on my own channel, as well as a playlist of games that I've been in other people's channels or for charity streams, just like this one. So yeah, I mean, like it's a lot of fun to be able to role play and also be able to run games as well because I love characters and I am a fan of their stories.
All right. Well, it looks like we got Alex and Chenoa back now.
We're
Are you two
back.
feeling ready for your scene?
I'm feeling both scientific
Yes.
and horrifying.
Okay. Well, when you begin the narrative, the scene is yours.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
Here we go, partner. It's a research lab high in the hills of somewhere, late in the evening. It's quiet outside and quiet inside, except for the light hum of the pod, the positional override device, the transmission pod. It stands open. The sequence is complete now. Riven has stepped out. Sauve was at the monitoring station when something hit the readout. A blip. It was probably nothing, but maybe something, and has crossed the lab immediately. Riven is upright, coherent, standing in the doorway, hands pressed against the door frame, sort of one hand patting themselves down as though to double check that they have all of their parts, fingers and toes. Sauve pulls a stool over, sits close, and begins running through the standard post-transmission questions with the calm of someone who has done this before, but is a little bit worried. How do you feel, Riven?
No, interesting. Are you wearing a perfume? I just feel like I was asleep for longer than I was.
Okay, so some aromatic disorientation, and so they check something off on a tablet. That's all right. Can I take your temperature?
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. Do
This
you
is
mind if I sit?
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. And so he pulls a round metal stool, standard sort of laboratory stool, up in front of her and pivots around to face you. She already has the temperature gun in her hand and sort of fires it at your forehead as you sit down. Well, do you feel warm? You're running a little bit of a temperature, like you're fighting off an infection or something.
I don't think it's me. You seem pretty warm, like you're radiating on me. Are you okay?
I'm fine, but your temperature is higher than when you went into the pod. I mean, noticeably higher. You're at 100.1, and you were 98.5 when you went in.
Been in some sort of pod sickness, right?
Well, I mean,
Usually that's not too common.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Draco.
Is there anything? I mean, you're sitting sort of strangely.
What, with my feet up, cross-legged? I don't know.
You look.
Yes, you're asking a lot of. Well, I mean, we're both scientists. We need to figure out what's happening, what's going on. Quite frankly, my stomach is turning. I don't know if you want to get too close.
Well, I mean,
hopefully it's not contagious.
That's my job, right? I have to be too close. I mean, not too close. I mean, I have to be close. I have to be here. But also,
you're like breathing on me, and there's like a heat. I don't know. Do you have like a mask or something?
Yeah, sure.
And she like just kind of turns away from Sauve and is just kind of like, whew, and like thinking to herself, like, okay, how are you feeling? What's going on? Like, did you get enough nutrients while you're in the pod? How long has it really been? She just grounds herself a little bit as she pulls her feet up closer to her. She's kind of like perching on this stool.
Can you make a resist effect roll for me, please?
Sure. I'm going to be rolling these beautiful dice. They're metal. I brought them with me. I am in a hotel room. I don't know if anybody can hear it, but
Clunk, we heard that.
I rolled a 17.
Great. Well, you have some unusual thoughts sort of literally flit through your head and out again. It takes you a moment or two to sort of ground yourself. You're a little bit, as you said, sort of too aware of some of the things, the smells, it's like the room is too bright. Like when you were in the pod, maybe the lights came up or something, but everything is a little bit like there's a high-pitched hum, like a fluorescent lighting, but of course we don't use fluorescent lighting here. There's something, I mean, and to your scientist's mind, although all of this is irritating, it's also data, which makes you realize that something is not quite right.
Salve, I don't think I'm okay. I feel a migraine coming on, and I'm like thirsty, but like my mouth isn't dry. I don't know.
Here, let me get you a bottle of water here.
Yeah. And she like reaches for the bottle and can smell Salve as they hand the bottle over, and just kind of like, oh, yeah, you might want to keep your distance. And as she takes a sip, she spits it out immediately and is just like, oh, what was that? That is not water. That is not water.
It is. I mean, it is. It's absolutely bottled. I mean, it's been in the fridge a little while, but
no. What's going on? Do you know something?
I don't. There was I don't know, something, not even a flare. It wasn't power related, but like when we were doing the genetic resequencing, something hiccuped. I haven't had a chance to. I mean, you've just come here. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look. I mean, here.
You're talking too loudly. Are you really loud? Yeah, I feel like everything is really loud and really bright, and just there's like a buzzing going around.
I can be quieter. I tell you what. I'm gonna go over to the desk here, and I will put the data onto a tablet, and you can review the data on the tablet, and I'll review it over here on the monitor, and between the two of us, maybe we can figure out what's
if you want
going
to set it
on.
over there and then go way over there, and I'll come and get the tablet and come back over here.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
I'll do that.
Sauvé, I don't know if this is a symptom, but I don't know. Does it? I feel like maybe I want to hurt you. I don't want to, but I feel like I need to.
Oh, okay. Maybe you want to step back into the pod for just a moment and close the door, and I'll step out of the lab, and we'll still be able to communicate through headsets. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. And she like steps down from the stool. What is she feeling? Are things changing?
Everything feels just wrong, like you've like sea legs, or like you're almost drunk, like your body feels the wrong shape, the wrong size as you head towards the pod.
Yeah. She just crawls to the pod. very twitchy and like making weird noises as she's making her way there.
Sauve backs away, never taking their eyes off of you, and you push the pod door closed behind you as you hear Sauve step out of the lab and hear running feet go down the hallway.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Right.
scene.
See?
Yep, that is scene. All right. Well, voting is open. You are only voting for the player, by the way, not the GM. So remember that.
I mean, good job
While that is
to Alex.
happening, Okami, what did you think of the medical changes happening to Chenoa in that?
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was just like waiting for, like, I was getting like in your performance and like dialogue, I was getting echoes of almost vampirism, especially with the line, "I'm thirsty, but my mouth isn't dry." And then that extended to drinking the water and spitting it out and being like, "That's not water," you know? And I just like, I don't know. I feel like the story could have gone in so many different directions. Like, I don't know why. I just felt like you were telling an arc of horror, of like classic monster metamorphosis horror with those little bits and pieces. And I thought that was really, really interesting.
And Alex, what did you think of the performance that you got from Chenoa?
One of the
Any
things,
guidance?
well, one of the things that I really admired, and I think underscored the horror in a subtle way, was the very human elements that Chenoa brought to the relationship between Riven and Sauve. I mean, they are clearly friends and colleagues and care about each other. And I thought the line, I think I have to hurt you. I don't want to, but I think I have to, was in a nutshell a very nice way of saying, like, I am torn internally without, you're tearing me apart. And I thought I really admired the subtlety that you brought to the performance, but especially where this is something that we could have both gone totally over the top with. So, yeah, good job.
Wonderful scene. Voting has just closed. The GMs can vote in Discord if you haven't already. And I think we're ready to go on to our second players, which would be Okami, sorry, and Mads. Are you ready to find out what your genre will be?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm so excited.
Excited. Let's see.
That's one of my favorite role players in the scene. This is gonna be awesome.
Weird West. All right.
Right. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. The two will be put into the cone of silence. While that happens, we're going to speak a little to Chenoa.
That's me.
Yes, that is you. I know you're coming down off of your amazing scene.
Sorry, I'm turning into something over here. Give me a minute to fully transform.
So how did you like your first, before we get into all of the stuff about you, what did you think of your first scene in the show?
I thought it was fun. Like always, when we did like the practice a long time ago, Alex 7-minute GM, was also one of the DMs there, and I just love the way that he like guides and like sets scenes for people. So it does make it really easy for me to like fit in there. But also, like he said, it was subtle and terrifying. We didn't have to go all the way, through the top of like, me bursting into a fly or something, or like an alien
Right.
ripping through my chest. Like it wasn't it was the calm before the storm.
Yeah. So in here, you are seen everywhere on socials as Zephyrite, but you're also Diceberg Ahead, are you not?
I am, yeah.
Tell us
Diceberg
about it.
Ahead is a variety TTRPG podcast. We've recently started doing video. Well, not even recently now. It's been about a year, but we didn't always have video. So you can go and listen to a bunch of different one shots, mini campaigns. We're currently releasing our Vampire the Masquerade Missoula by Night series, which takes place in Missoula, Montana, which is where I'm from. And we have plenty of other one shots and stuff like Mothership, which is very creepy sci-fi, which is why I kind of thought that route was going to go with like bug hunt and stuff like that. But I spend a lot of my free time doing that.
And so if you're playing Vampire the Masquerade, what kind of vampire are you?
Mhm. I am the storyteller, so I am all of the ones that are trying to mess with my players. Mhm. I'm all the old vampires stirring the pot.
And your 5e campaign has been running for quite a while, right? How long has it been running?
Yeah. This year I think is technically our 7th year. We were releasing season 6. This is a very long-standing homebrewed D&D 5e campaign with a brief detour into Pathfinder, which was interesting. But yeah, it's all on like Spotify or iTunes. You can go listen to it from start to finish.
Where would everybody find both you and Diceberg Ahead?
Dicebergahead.com. You can find it
Okay.
there. Or you can find it on YouTube or on Instagram. If you find me, you'll find it. I promise you that.
So what comes next? What comes after? I mean, you have enough campaigns. You could probably not have a next for quite a while. Any plans for something new?
I'm going to be working on running the One Ring system of Lord of the Rings. That is my next personal project. Other than that, I am going to be probably popping in here back on ZealZaddy whenever I can, or over on any other chair TTRPG streams, doing some live streams and raising money for charity.
I see you over there all the time producing for people too.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Is that
I'm
new?
doing too
Are
much,
you
Scott.
enjoying that?
I am. I've done it a couple times. It's really fun. I got a new PC, so it's like a lot better. But also Montana does not have the best Wi-Fi, and currently I am in Butte, which is worse.
Well, don't tell the Butans that. What do you call someone
The
from Butte?
Butans. I think the Butans, or just the butts, because that's how it looks.
Right. Well, you can call them the Buttons.
The buttons. That's actually really cute. They have a beautiful historical district, so I can't get on their bad side.
Nice. Well, I think everyone is about to be popping back in. They are. All right. Mads, Okami, you feeling ready for this?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I think I got this.
I think I got it. Let's see.
All right, Okami, when you begin the narrative, the countdown begins. So the scene is yours.
A saloon card table Late night. Everyone else has folded and gone to bed. Just 2 players left. Yvonne, which would be you, and a stranger called Grell, who arrived at sundown, ordered whiskey, and has won every hand since. Grell speaks in low, wet, barely formed words, blaming the whiskey, which sits untouched. The pot is significant. Grell just laid down a perfect hand. Again.
You won again.
For the love of the game.
Is it? Is it now? Thought you said that you weren't an old hand at this. You're just trying your luck.
Call me lucky. You need a loan? Keep on playing into the night?
This might get a little bit rich for my blood, but I'm always up for a bit of a challenge. Not just yet.
All right. He sweeps up his winnings and sets them aside, takes the cards, and even though he's sort of swaying, slurring, mumbling to himself, his hands move with a strange depth, preternatural uh, speed as he sets up the cards and sets you both up for another round. Looks up and stares directly into your eyes as he reaches into his recent winnings and lays down a bet. What do you do?
I'll see to that. I'm still in the game. And mind you, Tavon has not looked at their cards yet. Just like looking very steadily into Grail's eyes. Just smiling. I'll take that bet. And then slaps down. Equal amount.
As you stare into Grail's eyes, they seem to be 2 dark pools that penetrate into the back of your skull. I want you to give me a perception roll.
Okay, that's a 15.
On a 15, starting to feel like something is amiss. That glass of whiskey hasn't dropped 1 inch since you started playing cards this night. He's slurring. He's weaving. His eyes are sharp and his fingers fast enough to just deal out like he's been doing card tricks his whole life. Something isn't right.
You counting? Is that how you plan to do this? You've been counting cards.
Do I look sober enough to count cards?
I don't care about how you look. I care about how you act. And so far, you've been acting pretty good. Pretty damn good for somebody who's drunk.
Well, call me a natural talent. Let's see if you can win this final round. And then if not, maybe we'll call it a night. But if I win, we keep playing.
For how long? Till I win? Or you
Yep.
think you're rich enough to walk away?
I don't care about money. I appreciate the company. And there's a hunger and a desperation in his eyes. He sways there looking at you.
And Tavon will take a brief glimpse at their cards, and whatever's under there, they'll think the complete opposite.
Roll me a deception check as you continue forward in this round of cards. The entire moment seemingly going in slow motion.
20. Or at least that's what I rolled. I don't know if I have any negatives.
Gotcha. No. All good. Go through, and it seems like time itself stops. You hold the vision of your false hand in your mind. And you win. As you notice, Growl play directly against it, as if he had peered into your mind, like one peers into a pond and admires their reflection. Well, it seems as if you win this round. Such a shame. I was really enjoying the company.
Been a pleasure playing with somebody good. And heavy weight on that word good when Tavon says it. Hope to see you again. But also, hope you feel enough is enough with what you've won so far.
That moment, the shutters of the front window slam open, and a cool breeze blasts out from the desert, and a waft of the smell of death fills your nostrils. You realize in this moment, whatever you've been playing cards with belongs in a grave.
Tips is that. Collects the cards and the winnings and walks away. And see.
That's our scene.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. What a good card game. And that's your first 20.
I love Deadlands. I love Deadlands. I have been playing it since I was a teenager when Pinnacle Entertainment first published the game. I had to get that out. I really enjoyed doing this scene. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice. Well,
I only played it once, and I'm just like, okay, what are the vibes again?
Yeah.
I like Creepy West too, though.
yeah. There's like trust. When I was a teenager, Deadlands was the only choice we have. Now we have a whole spectrum of different games that do Weird West that I'm really grateful for.
Right.
All right, Alex, what did you how'd you feel about that scene?
Well, I
And
can't.
Mads?
I can never say enough good things about Mads. I am vice president of the Mads fan club only because I am sure that there is someone who has claimed the place already as president. Right by strange coincidence, the last time you were on Mads, you did a Weird West scene that I had written.
Oh,
So
cool. You wrote that one. That was awesome.
yeah. So was just so you're going to become, the Weird West person. Wow. So the chemistry between the two of you was really spectacular. I mean, I know we're supposed to focus on the player, but the two of you are very good scene partners for one another. There was the summoning of the space between the two of you that you could almost hear the rinky tink of the piano in the background, the slap of the cards on the table, the smell of stale spilled beer, all of that stuff just from listening to the two of you go back and forth. And I really loved the fact that we didn't really even know what game you were playing. It didn't matter, right? We didn't fall into the technical stuff of, I got 3 kings and blah, 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 right? Which I think was a very smart choice. Yeah, I super, super. No notes. No notes. And Okami, really, the opening monologue, the opening descriptor to the scene setter, chef's kiss.
All right. Okami, do you have notes for Mads then?
I really appreciated Mads setting the scene with the accent. I had the accent in my head, but just Mads immediately jumping in to the very Wild West, post-Western, Deadwood. It was very post-Western accent, and which I feel like Weird West works best when it's done in a tradition of this is my opinion, but I really think Weird West horror is better when we're doing post-Westerns, when we're doing postmodern Westerns, than when we're doing spaghetti Westerns. And that's what I was going for. And I just thought that was great. The accent work was good. The back and forth was really good. I really just, I don't know. I think Mads did a great job. And I felt that I could trust Mads to wrap up the scene, which was one of the reasons why I kind of sat in that silence for a moment to represent the NPC that now Mads understood was dead. I knew it. I was like, I can trust this player to, like, in these last few seconds, to wrap it up in a way that is poignant and mundane, as a counterpoint to the shocking supernatural revelation that I just sort of dropped in front of them. Great work.
Nice. All right. Well, voting is closed. I think we're about to take a break. We've reached midway of the show. You can always make a donation to help out Diversity Saves and their mission of uplifting voices from marginalized communities. And I believe Nicola wanted to say something. Is that the case?
Yes, I just wanted to say that for the second half, we received a donation. Thank you, Mint. They are giving Mads a advantage on their wheel spin for their next scene, so you'll get to spin the wheel twice and pick whichever genre you want. So be sure to
Nice.
take a look at that donation link. If you would like to donate, or if you would like to give them a plus on their dice rolls. Not that Mads needs one with that natural 20.
They're 20. Yeah.
Advantage, disadvantage, advantage on the wheel spin, and all of that. Thank you.
Nice. We'll
Let's
be
go to
back in
break.
about 7. We'll be back in about 7 minutes. Everybody, welcome back. We are ready for scene 3, and this one will be Okami and Chenoa. So, if the two of you are ready, we can roll. We can spin the wheel, the Dice of Destiny wheel, and find out what genre you'll be
I'm
working in.
ready.
Yeah, spin that wheel. I'm
All right,
excited.
let's get
Ready to
there.
rumble. Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. Oh,
Oh no.
okay.
Disadvantage.
Hey. Another sci-fi?
Retro sci-fi. Whoa.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. That's my
needs-
fiance, guys. He
Oh,
gave
no.
me
We
disadvantage.
have friends like that. Our
What
fiancés
the
like that.
heck?
Or possibly ex-fiance.
I mean, with fiancés like that, you
Alright,
don't
guys,
need
I'm
exes.
gonna-
Right, exactly.
But also, congrats on
Being
engaged.
engaged.
Oh, thank
Congrats,
you.
congrats.
Thank
That's
you.
lovely.
Enemy.
I swear. He's
Oh my
always
God.
pulling things like this.
Oh my gosh.
All right, this
Okay, well, I guess.
scene.
Nobody in the chat could hear me say that they have disadvantage, but that's okay. I'm putting you on the cone of silence
sorry.
now.
Here we go.
So the content warnings on this are sentient tech, and it is inspired by 60s sci-fi pulp. So this should be an interesting one, a little different from the ones we've had up till
Sure.
now. All right,
Sure.
Alex, you wanna hop on the seat and talk a little bit about what you have been up to lately? Because you are a really, really busy person.
I am. It's crazy. I'm delighted, but it's crazy. I just got back from Origins, which was a very, very full couple of days. Often when I'm at these things, right, Gen Con or any con, I feel like it's a working vacation. I have a lot of fun. I play a lot of games. I have a lot of time to socialize. The Origins, I was a business trip. I mean, it was good. It was fun. But I came home from it and thought, wow, I need a 3 martini lunch. Like there was a lot of meetings with publishers and a lot of meetings. I mean, it was great. It was super. And over the next couple of months, many fabulous things should be happening. But in terms of AP, I just found out that I'm going to be on that Chenoa runs the network that I'm going to be appearing on. I'm doing a Blades in the Dark AP for Diceberg Ahead, which we had our session 0 of, and it was hysterical. I mean, in a good way. It should be absolutely fabulous. I'm writing a whole bunch of stuff. Did you know that Gen Con was at the end of the month? I don't know how that happened.
Years.
It does. It just appears. I wish they would, give me some warning because I'm running a whole bunch of stuff there. Some of which I haven't finished writing yet, but I'm not going to say what. But I'm running games for our friends at Underground Oracle. I'm running 3 different Harrow the Blighted Plain adventures come from their new Harrow adventure book, which should be out, I think, at the end of the summer. So if you want a sneak preview of one of those, come and see me. I'm running games for games of Sickest Witch from Severed Books, which is a folk horror game with a very disturbing resource mechanic to cast spells, witches harvest body parts from their victims. It's lovely. It's sort of a faux New England in the 1600s. Terrific, and that's a teaching adventure. And of course, I'm working for our friends at Monte Cook Games, doing Old Gods of Appalachia and Magnus Archives, and a whole bunch of time at their demo table because I love talking to people about their games because I just love them. And I'm teaching. I'm teaching my master class on horror in TTRPGs and a class for improv in TTRPGs, which is sold out already. 80 tickets went like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I think everybody wants to be Matt Mercer or maybe Mark Mercer. One of them. One of the Mercers.
Yeah.
One of the Mercers. So
And
yeah, go ahead.
SagaCon, I don't know about.
Oh,
That one is
SagaCon.
new.
Yeah. So Salem, Massachusetts. The Salem Area Gaming Association is holding their very first gaming convention in the week before Gen Con. It's 2 one-day events. I'm doing some Old Gods up there and some Sickest Witch up there because I kind of had to. It seemed super appropriate. The gaming side of things, it's Saga is like a student-run organization, I think, and they brought in Duck from Dale from Duck and Crow Games, who is also located up on the North Shore of Massachusetts. They do some great stuff, some old school gaming stuff. And so he's sort of mentoring them through the RPG side of that event. But they're also going to be, board games and social deduction games and trading card games and stuff like that. But my heart is role playing.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah.
And I see you're playing with Danny Mendoza.
I am. Oh my God.
A new one.
Yeah. So Danny and I are doing Oceana 2084, which is basically Orwell's 1984, the role-playing game. Danny is doing 3 different concurrent campaigns of Oceana, all set in the same world. 2 of them are group campaigns, and one of them is a solo one-on-one campaign with me, which is some of the most intense work I have ever done. The first episode dropped on his channel, Streaming Rainbow, last night. Our first episode dropped last night. There's a lot of rules stuff and explanation and safety stuff at the beginning of it, but we do get into the gaming eventually, I promise you. And the second episode, I'm actually in 2 places at once on the internet. Who believe is premiered tonight at 8:00. And I would have been watching it, except I needed to be here. Plus, it'll be up, and I can go and watch it on tape.
Nice.
But it's a little bit like the intensity of some of the scenes here, because it's one-on-one, stretched out over 2.5 and 3 hours, in a really, like, here, even as a GM, even if the scene is kind of adversarial, I as a GM try and set things up to sort of uplift the player as much as possible, right? I'm not here to it's not a war here, it's not a contest. Danny in Oceana 2084 is Big Brother, and I am a resistance character. And like the old game Paranoia, I mean, the expectation is your character will die, and there's sort of a mechanical mechanism to keep you in the game, but as a different character. It's really, really intense stuff, and of course, a lot of social commentary on our modern age. The guy who wrote it is a sociologist with some and social scientist with interest in gaming rather than a gaming person with interest in social sciences. It's intense.
Well,
It's intense stuff. It's really fabulous.
yeah. And I can't wait to see some of it. But now we're going to see Okami and Chenoa if they're ready. All right. So, Okami, when you begin the narrative, the scene is yours.
A concrete bunker somewhere outside a city that the robots now run with perfect, merciless efficiency. Banks of humming equipment line the walls, reel-to-reel computer tape, blinking lights, analog signals. At the center of the main console is a large red button under a hinged plastic cover, currently open. The button, if pressed, will broadcast a signal to every robot on Earth simultaneously. A signal designed to give them the capacity for emotions. The hope is that feelings of empathy for humanity will change what they do with the power that they have. The risk is that it might not, or other malicious emotions win out. Our hero, Sable's hand is near the button, and Voss is across the room.
Sable is, I think, facing away and not looking towards Voss.
Voss, a gentleman in middle-aged, former robotics engineer, a tuft of wild brown hair, wearing a white lab coat over his penny loafers and slacks and buttoned up shirt, which has a bow tie on it, thick, what we would call Buddy Holly style glasses. And he says, wait. We haven't properly sourced this. We don't know what's going to happen 100% if we press the button. We haven't gone through the full scientific process. Sable, please.
We don't know if it's gonna work or if it won't work, but there's always a chance, boss. There's always a chance.
A chance? A chance? No. We don't leave things up to chance. Things have to be tested. Things have to be. We should do this. We must do experimentation on a smaller scale. We don't know exactly what a flood of human emotions is going to do. I programmed this to help, yes, but not like this.
And she like doesn't turn her body. She just turns her head, just so she can see Voss in her peripheral. Can we afford to wait any longer? What's gonna happen? What if we give them human emotions and they start fighting each other? Or maybe they start helping us who's left. We can't stay in this bunker forever.
Well, we can't exactly gamble with what's left of the human race. If you would, give me a persuasion check, of which I believe you are an expert.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. But you are an expert at it, so you have a +3 on this.
All right. Okay, first roll was a 12, so 15. Second roll is a 3 plus 3 for a 6. Thanks, Dustin.
Okay.
And she's just like, you can tell she's shaking as she's holding her hand above the button, and her second hand is kind of like stabilizing her on the table.
Hope isn't logic. Hope isn't a sound opportunity for a better future. I don't. And he slowly starts stepping closer and closer with a hesitance as he puts his hands up in the air.
I think she turns around but still has her hand above the button, and you can see there are tears welling up in her eyes. And then one falls. And she's like, Boss, I know that it's just a chance, but hope is human. We can't just assume the worst. We can't force our logic like a computer. I know you understand that more than anybody, but we have to hold on to the pieces of us that make us who we are, people. You know, will this work? Do you know if this will work?
It'll
I can't.
it'll work, but we don't know the outcome. Sable, this isn't an episode of Star Trek. There isn't some lesson that we're going to learn here. It might not all turn out well in the end.
I do really like Star Trek. That's pretty much all we have down here. As laugh track rolls, since it's the sitcom. I don't know, Voss. It's hard. What if we can change it?
I just...
And will you forgive me if I push it?
Oh, Sable. I'll always forgive you.
Tears fall.
I'll always forgive you. I wouldn't have built this with you if I didn't think we didn't have a future together. I'm just afraid that this isn't going to be enough.
I'm afraid too. Humans are capable of doing terrible things. But I don't want to be the one that makes it so humanity can't survive.
Sable, you know that you have the time. He won't be able to get to you in time to stop you. Moving at a snail's pace, it's almost like his body is paralyzed with fear.
I think she minimizes the distance by half and is so close to pressing it. She just breathes heavy. You can see she's shaking even more. It's like she can barely stand from the fear of being wrong or the fear of losing Voss.
There's so many variables. There's a chance that they will, like you said, they will turn on each other, or they will turn on us, or they'll feel nothing but hatred. Empathy is powerful, but human beings can also be monsters.
You're right. I'm just so tired, Boss. I'm tired of this. We need to do something. And she presses it.
He falls to his knees.
She just looks at Voss and just says, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And she slumps down and sits down onto the floor, one hand still on the table, till both
All
hands land
all
into
of the
her lap.
lights in the room illuminate as you slump into the floor. The reel to reel computers moving faster and faster. There is a music that harmonizes and sings out into the rest of the world. But right now, you're in the arms of Voss, who whispers into your ear, I will always forgive you. Always.
She ugly cries and scene. Just
It's the only kind of crying that works in a 50s, 60s style sci-fi show.
yeah.
Alex,
You also get that single tear, which we got earlier in the
Yes.
scene. We got both kinds.
Both
We got
kinds,
both
yes.
kinds. We got both kinds.
Alex, thoughts on our 50s, 60s revival of sci-fi?
So mentally I have done a disservice to 50s, 60s sci-fi or retro sci-fi or whatever it was, because I really I mean, and I think it was a little bit of the into the future voice that Okami chose to use the narration with. But I was like,
Yeah.
this is going to be, Robot Monster, or something equally sort of terrible. And it really wasn't. It was really one of those rare dark gems out of retro sci-fi, right? Day the Earth Stood Still, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right? Really almost more psychological horror, right? It had some Twilight Zone episodes have this quality, like monsters are coming on Maple Street, which, we're using science fiction to tell a story here. Will the real Martian please stand up type of thing. Okay. The painting around it, the coat of paint on it was, if we push this button, the robots get emotion. But really, we're trapped here. We don't have a choice. If we push this button, something will happen. And that really, it was almost, I mean, it's Sartre when you come into it. And I thought that Zephyrite's the emotion resonated really strongly and felt very genuine, which almost gave me, in a good way, whiplash about the scene, because I went into it thinking, right, this is Duck Dodgers in the 25th and a half century. But so I was. It's nice sometimes to have your expectations violently adjusted for you by someone else. So all in all, good stuff.
And Okami, how did you feel about the scene that Chenoa gave you?
I think Chenoa did a great job. There was so much there to chew on. There was so much back and forth, and it was it was very Twilight Zone. It was very Outer Limits. It was I love how you ran with the Star Trek dig, and like took that. I thought that was really great. I threw that out there because I wanted to kind of date where we were, like when this was filmed, and you took that and you just ran with it. And I love Star Trek. It's the only thing we have down here, and I just thought it was just a fantastic way of
sort of fallout moment.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Just this like injecting levity, but also like keeping true, even with the bad role. It was fantastic. It was really, really fantastic. Those are my notes. That's what I got.
All right. Well, voting is over for that scene. We are going to move on to our last scene, which is Alex and Mads. Alex, you get to have a little hero worship here. As the
no, okay. Here we go.
Let's-
No pressure. No pressure, Mads.
No pressure.
No pressure. And Mads has advantage on this roll, on the spin.
So two spins, right?
Two spins. Yeah.
Take your favorite of the two.
Okay.
But we can talk about this, right, Mads?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can.
All right. Spin number 1.
Ooh.
Mystery film noir.
Oh.
Okay.
Spin number 2.
Oh, is that cozy? Is it landed? Oh.
Cozy.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
So I will say that cozy will make me stretch some muscles, but I'm okay with that. You know, I love film noir, but it's really what you want.
Right. I mean, like the thing is, it's like, I prefer more of a cozy mystery. I'm playing a lot of Brindlewood Bay and stuff. So yeah, I mean,
that the scene that is cozy has a content warning of death.
Well, that's fun.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Cozy content warning of death.
Alrighty then.
Wow. Thanks,
Death,
Nicola.
death to the biscuit.
Yeah. I will add that scene is based on the game Ink by Snowbright Studios. If you don't know with it, it is a pretty amazing game.
Okay.
And the mystery film noir, since we are giving it
right.
away a little bit, is a scene inspired by The Lighthouse, which I have never heard of.
Oh,
wait,
but that is the scene that has
Edgar's
the hunter.
Yes, it's an Eggers film.
Okay.
Oh. Well, I'm all for it. Like you said, Eggers, let's go.
Okay.
Mystery film noir.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to put both of you into the cone of silence for 4 minutes while you have a chance to read the scene and prep. In the meantime, we're going to talk to Okami a little bit about all the things they have been up to lately.
Oh, okay.
So why don't you start with House of Dreams?
Because
we always see you as Okami, and then you're also seen everywhere as House of Dreams. So
yes. So I am the creative director of House of Dreams, which is my actual play creative collective. That is, our leadership is primarily made up of BIPOC and LGBTQ folks and folks of other marginalizations. It is very much like, it started off as a personal Discord to play games that weren't D&D when we were in lockdown amongst me and my friends, and it has grown in the past 2 years into an actual play collective. We've done 4 series so far. A Dead at Heart, a Vampire the Masquerade miniseries. We did a miniseries for Wickedness by Maisie Vazlik. And we've done a mini series for 30 Sword Lesbians, the Rose Court Project. And then the one I'm most proud of is our now 2 years going strong Wander Home series, A Season's Oath, which is we've done one full arc of the year, which was about, I want to say 24 episodes. And then we're in the midst of, we're hitting 16 episodes. It was 16 episodes for that first season, and then we're doing our second season, and we have done our 25th episode, and now we're going into our 26th, not including interludes, which are charity one shots that take place in the same universe, that we've done on various other channels to help raise funds for charitable causes. We're always raising funds for charity with every season. We change the season every chapter, or chapters are like mini seasons. So we do 4 episodes per
Nice.
chapter. We pick a different charity, and we're always raising funds and we've raised about, I think, between interludes on other channels and our own fundraising, we've raised I think, want to say like over $700. And we're going towards our first 1,000. Every little bit counts. And I make sure to count it, and I've been having a great time. The core cast, I've been very strict about my casting being all BIPOC folks, but all of our interludes that we do on other channels have also included people of other marginalized identities that aren't BIPOC. And I'm trying to keep it so that the core cast is, because there's just so many talented people out there that I want to showcase. And we've been having a great time. I have some really talented artists. We have an editor now, who like somebody who
Wow.
is a professional who is donating their time because they want to help us, raise fund with charity. So all of our VODs are like really clean. Before it was just me doing my best. And now I have like a solid editor. His name's Ryan. He's incredible. And I just continue to bounce from different places in space. But House of Dreams, I'm hoping that we can continue to partner with other channels, continuing to do one shots, and expanding our universe out.
And what about fair season?
So Fair Season is my personal game that I've written. It's the first one that I've ever published. I'm in the second edition now. I released the second edition back in January 2025 on Itch. And I have been kind of bouncing around doing different actual plays, but this month for Pride, Fair Season got featured as a 2-part miniseries on Game Master Monday's Twitch channel. And both episodes are on their YouTube channel right now. Like, I highly encourage people to go see it. I had a banger cast, including like Rah Rah from Hard as a Dungeon, Kelly the Kellhop. I had Hamna, who people would know from Tender Vicious Studios and being on Transplaner. Monroe, who is a wonderfully talented game designer and AP performer, which partners with me over at House of Dreams, and On from Roll D5 also played. Did I forget anybody? Nope, I didn't.
It's a rock star cast there.
No, it was a great cast, and let me tell you something. There's something great about doing an AP of a game you wrote, like deeply, deeply satisfying, and I am so proud of it.
All right, I see we are getting our performers back. Alex and Mads are back. How you feeling? You feeling ready for this thing?
I am.
All right.
I am. I may have to take back some of the stuff I said about it not being adversarial.
Yeah. For this one, yeah. So, Alex, will you begin the narrative? The scene is yours.
The hunting blind sits in a tree 15 feet above water that swirls black like the memory of a nightmare below. The flood came on without warning. Cress, that's me, and Aldrich, you, scrambled out of the way of the onrushing water, grabbing the minimum of supplies and 2 rifles, useless without the shells we forgot behind. We've been up here 1, 2, too many hours. The small hunting blind feeling smaller all the time, more like a jail cell than anything else. Outside in the darkness, you can hear the noise of a bear snuffling around hungrily, splashing in the water. It's not going to go anywhere. It knows we're up here. The bear is patient. It crossed your mind, and then again, that it was me who suggested we come out this way. Me who pointed out how nice and secluded everything was. Me who put this whole weekend together. But we're friends. We've been friends a long time. We've been hunting plenty of times before, and you put your hand down between the cushions on the hard bench next to you, and there's something. You pull it out and catch a glimpse of a knife in a sheath, the oilcloth wrapping slipping aside. It's a knife that you've seen just a day or two ago. I showed it to you up at the lodge. You look up at me, startled, but I'm looking out the door at the bear. I'm patient too.
You think it's gonna go away anytime soon?
Bear? Oh, sure. Sure, it'll realize that we're not coming down and there's easier pickings elsewhere. Well, this will all be over by morning.
And Aldrich just gets this atavistic shiver down his spine as he hears you say, it'll be over by morning. Tries to keep the shiver, keeps the, yeah, just got a little wet from the rain outside.
Yeah. You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
You want to make a deception roll for me, please?
Yep. Huh, 23 with the plus 2.
Well, sure. Well, I'm glad to hear it. We can't, not much we can do about it. No space to do jumping jacks. Can't build a fire. Just gonna have to tough it out, friend.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna have to do.
Why didn't you invite any of the other guys?
Oh, well, I mean, I did invite a couple of them, but Chuck's having trouble with Anita again, and Derek's got his kids this weekend, and oh yeah, Larry has that new chippy that he's been bopping around with, and all of a sudden he forgets about his old friends. So I wouldn't do that.
Everything okay with you and Sarah?
Oh no, we're fine. I just meant I wouldn't forget about my friends. I got one of those minds. I remember everything.
I mean, we could have gone any other weekend, right? I mean, wait until everybody else is available and stuff. I mean,
yeah, I suppose we could have. Didn't think of it that way. Just thought it'd be nice to spend some time together. I mean, you and me, or all of us, but doesn't matter. I mean, they'll come next time, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll all get together soon.
Aldrich will kind of like slide the knife a little bit closer to his hip behind him as he asks you, is there something that you needed to ask me, Cress?
Ask you? No. No, not at all. Tell you maybe, but it's not that important. It can wait.
No, I mean, you wanted to get together. You were willing to, take me out even without waiting for the rest of the guys. And, obviously it's important to you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
What's up?
I think you know what this is about.
And Aldrich's kind of like thinking really fast and doesn't want to say what he thinks. So he's just going to come out and say, I don't. Spell it out for me. I mean, I want to hear it from you.
Hmm. You know, and I turn and look out the door again. You know, bears mate for life. And if one bear discovers that their mate's been unfaithful, they'll they won't kill the mate, but they'll kill the bear that the mate was unfaithful with.
Aldrich's lips purse. You think I would? Really?
Kills. You think that? Do I think that you would? What, friend?
Well, implication and almost saying it straight, using a bear. You saying that I've been with Sarah? As he's gripping the knife tightly in its sheath close to his hip.
Are you saying you haven't been?
That was a long time ago. Before you two were together.
Look, if that's what you have to tell yourself, then that's what you have to tell yourself. But our calendars don't line up that way.
Unless you have some kind of evidence, I don't recall being with Sarah since before you two met.
But if I did have some kind of evidence, you would recall. Is that what you're saying, friend?
And Aldrich just has like this very pointed look at you. What's going to be all over by tomorrow morning, Cress?
Well, I mean, the bear and the flood, all this storm and trouble. At least I hope so. What did you think I was talking about?
Hopefully nothing that I have to worry about. Hopefully nothing that you have to worry about, Chris.
I'm not the sort of person who worries.
That's good, because I don't want to worry about you.
And I shift away from the door and away from you, putting myself in the opposite corner of the blind, about as far from you as I can be. Well, we're going to be here a while. You might as well get some sleep.
And I think we see Aldrich in the opposite corner, and as the lights go down and like goes into sunset, dusk, and into the night, I think like the spotlight or the moonlight will hit both of their faces, and we'll see that neither one has gone to sleep. Both of their eyes are open, staring at each other. And scene.
Wow, that was dark. Oh, Okami, after you catch your breath, any thoughts that you'd like to bring to about the scene that Mads gave?
I was waiting for Matt's character to stab that man in the throat. The tension was so thick, you could cut it with a butter knife. It was incredible. Like, just the ending was really good. The ramp up was really good. I know we got to focus on the player, but the setup was also like the narration and the setup, and then the way Mads grabbed that long intro and just ratcheted up the tension all the way to the end was really skillfully done. It was really, really good.
And by the way, voting is still open in chat if you want to get your vote in. The GMs will be voting in Discord. Alex, how do you feel about the scene that Mads gave you?
Well, as we know, I am a fan of Mads as a player and a GM, and as such, I decided that I was going to give no quarter, and I was delighted that I got as good as I gave. I mean, I wasn't sure that I was going to survive that scene.
You weren't.
You had the knife.
It doesn't matter. It's like, I don't know what he could have had on him,
Right?
And it's like, that was that sinister. I loved it, Alex. That was awesome. Ooh.
Good. Thank you. I was thinking about a little bit Laurence Olivier and Rebecca.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So creepy.
Just where everything he's saying has two layers of meaning. And I have no idea if what I said about bears is true, but it just seemed to be the right.
That was awesome. I was just like, yeah, all right. Like that's like so good.
Thank you,
All
Mads.
right. Well, Nekla is going to be tallying up the scores so we can find out where things end. In the meantime, I want to thank the audience, the players, the GMs, the producers, Nekla and Ghost Candle, of course, and most importantly, all those who have donated to Diversity Saves tonight. I want to thank you for that. That is the most important thing that we're doing here anyway. And I'd want to give a last shout out and a thank you to our sponsors who you'll be getting prizes from in Monte Cook Games, Only Crits Dice, Gonza Gaming, Underground Oracle, Alligator Alley Entertainment, and of course, SciFi Unlimited, who is just an amazing group. We will be back in 2 weeks, and I want to remind you to keep role playing with new friends drawn from the paper bag that is your life. And Nicola, do we have a tally?
We do. So firstly, I'm actually going to start with our Donor's Choice Award, meaning everybody that donated tonight dropped a little voting into I'm not good at this improv thing. Our donors tonight, and the Donor's Choice Award, there's no prize. It's just for fun. But our donors have voted Chenoa as our Donor's Choice Award today. Woo.
All right. I guess he's not your ex-fiance then.
It's true.
I don't know.
It's true.
If it was only him.
All right. And pretty close scores. We had Chenoa with 4.35, averaging our two scenes together. But our winner tonight is Mads with 4.78.
Super close.
Very
fantastic.
close.
All the
Yeah,
scenes were
I
amazing
mean,
tonight.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Such a good time.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Congratulations, Mads and Chenoa. Amazing job as usual. Let's raid. Who are we raiding?